This is a re-improved roster. I'd hate to say that this is a better roster from last year, but it is a kind of an upgrade getting in Anthony Allen and
sure.
Quentin Williams and some of these guys. We're not really sure where these guys are going to fit in as either as role players or as starters, but Derek Rowland he's got aces all over that bench. Shadell, he's been putting the team on his back. This is a kid that averages 23 points a game, 8 assists, and believe it or not, 16 and a half boards. He's averaging 2 assists shy of a triple-double a game.
You're back again for another season with the Patroons.
Yep.
How does that feel, adding it to obviously your belt being, back for another year, but also having that experience on a championship roster?
I feel it's great. It's definitely a pro atmosphere here, and I wouldn't trade anything for the world. And I feel the more I'm in here and the more of this building, we as a team and as an organization are getting more and more professional. So we're carrying ourselves with that professional attitude, and it all starts with Derek Rowland. That's the sentiment since day one, since 3 years ago when it was the NAPB. Now it's the TBL.
Out there, Millinghouse usually gets those things to fall. See if he can get into a groove. As Murphy with a long two, that's no good. Rebound by Davis. Condors are out to the races. Davis is going to force the issue off the right side of the glass, no good. Tips off his own rebound into Bosley's hand, goes up and contested. Doesn't fall, gets his own rebound and knocked out of bounds. Going to stay this way. Robertson's going to inbound the ball with 14 seconds to shoot. Swings it into Millinghouse. Millinghouse guarded by Miller, out to Mo. Mo swings it to Murphy. Murphy wants a long three. That's good, and the big man can shoot. As Alonzo Murphy's on the board, gets his first bucket of the game. That's right, Anthony Mo left wide open down low, and he makes him pay. And the Patroons will take a 13-12 lead. 5:26 left to go in this first quarter. Quentin Williams has the ball. Swings it down a little to Robertson on the baseline, guarded by Davis. Goes up with a mid-range floater, and that is good.
Good morning, Mr. Dave.
And count the basket and add a foul to it. He'll be going to the line. Ohio back the other way. Benton a shot up, in and out, no good. Rebound by Dyer out of nowhere, and a block by Anthony Allen. Ball swung up to Quentin Williams. He's going to force the issue, and he loses the ball, but he gets fouled in the process. Has it at the top of the key, swings over to Bosley. Bosley gets his pocket picked by Williams. He's got to look out. He's got Miller behind him. Swings over to Millinghouse. Millinghouse trying to put on the moves, pulls it back. Mid-range jumper, no good, but he's fouled in the process. And again, Millinghouse is on the deck. Ben's trying to get his team set. Drives in the lane instead, flips it down to Bosley, and Bosley's blocked by Allen. Ball ends up in Bengaya's hands. Bengaya's got 14 to shoot, drives in the lane, and that's another block by Allen. Into Millinghouse's hands. He's off to the races. Drives in the lane, kicks it out for a three. And that is good by Quentin Williams. 5 seconds between the game and shot clock. As Millinghouse almost loses the ball, he's got Miller behind him, picks his pocket right into Benton's hands. Benton on Shaw, drives it down off the right side of the glass and in. Sloppy play by the Patroons. Chuck out to Robertson. Robertson's going to drive in the lane, left side, little floater, step back. That is good. That gives the Patroons a 28-27 lead. Minute into this second quarter. Benguy's second free throw is up and in from the lefty. It's going to give the Columbus Condors a 2-point advantage, 30-28. As Shaw goes coast to coast, reverse lane is good off the right side of the glass. Tying the game at 30 apiece. Lyle for three, that's no good. Rebound by Millinghouse keeps the drive alive. Puts it up off the glass, ball being batted around into Bengaya's hands. Bengaya's going to slow it down, wait for his team to set. Drives in, reverse lane, that is good, and Bengaya is having a game and a half, 17 points now. Drops it down to Allen. Allen had a big game last night, and he thunders it home. And he picks up right where he left off, Anthony Allen. Benton brings the ball up, guarded by Williams, swings it out to a wide open Smith for three, and that's gonna fall. And Derek Rowland wants a timeout. Drives down into the lane, tries to shake him, put it up, and slips the defense and gets it in to fall off the glass. Shadell went by 7 defenders on that drive. And that pass almost stolen, but Bengaya gets the dribble, puts it up off the left side, no good. Tip in is good by Smith. Allen gives it to Robertson. Robertson thought about shooting. He's got 10 to shoot. He's got 2 defenders on him. Can't get the ball away, and Davis has it. And he jams it with the right hand, making it a 48-44 game. Next free throw up, tipped around, ends into Robertson's hands. He puts it off the right side of the glass and falls. 3-point ball game now. Shot clock is turned off. 8 seconds to shoot. Drives left-hand side, swings it down low, and his pass is stolen by Bengaya. Off to the races are the Condors, and the three-point basket and the half is no good by Osborne. And that's how we're going to end the first half down here at the Armory. It is the Columbus Condors with 53 and the Albany Patroons with 47. Bosley swings it out to Davis. Davis wants a baseline three, no good. Rebound by Miller, who's flying around. Kicks it down to Dyer. Dyer goes up off the glass and gets it to drop home. Millinghouse running a play, swings it down to Mo, wide open off the left side of the glass and home. 68-62. Bengaya driving into the lane, wants to take it himself. No good, rebound by Millinghouse. Millinghouse almost gets it stolen, gets it back, slips it over to Shaw. Shaw with the reverse lane is good off the right side of the glass. 9-point ball game, the largest lead by any team in this game. We're going to resume action. Millinghouse on the line, trying to extend the Patroons' lead to double digits. Free throw up and good, and that he does. 76-66, 4:11 left to go in this third quarter. Second free throw is up, off the front iron, into Lyle's hands, and Lyle gets batted down on the ground, no call, and a quick basket by Bengaya. That's going to make it 77-69. Bengaya's got a lot of gas left in his tank as Millinghouse on cue off the right side of the glass and in. Gives it back to 79-69. Bengaya on his end. This is a heavyweight fight between Bengaya and Millinghouse. And Miller gets his pass stolen by Quentin Williams. He's got Shaw tailing if he wants it. He takes it himself off the glass and home. Second free throw rattles home, back to a 10-point game, and a wide open Bosley gets a pass, and he's blocked by Anthony Allen, who just shot that free throw. He said, no, get out of here. Quentin Williams brings the ball up, and Bosley tries to steal the ball. That's out of bounds. 20 seconds to shoot for Albany. 6 to shoot. Back to the basket. Turns around and gets his pocket picked by Shaw. Shaw's got numbers if he wants to use them. Pass it up to Quentin Williams. Quentin, no good. Rebound by Millinghouse with the cleanup and count that basket. 88-76. Osborne quick on the other end with a three. Ben's got the ball, gives it over to Osborne. Osborne thought about shooting a three, passes it down to Davis instead. Davis is fouled by Lyle. Will go to the line, count the basket and the foul. Shaw brings the ball out. Left side, coast to coast is Shaw, and he finishes the job. Shaw's got the ball, guarded by Benton. Slips in, finds a lane, and an alley-oop to Quentin Williams. Mid-range J, no good, back iron, rebound by Jordan Robertson. Robertson flips over to Millinghouse. Millinghouse cross court to a wide open Shaw for a baseline three. That's no good, but Anthony Allen's there for the cleanup and putback. Osborne for three, no good, and the putback finish by Davis is gonna make it a 102-96 game, 6 points,
now,
Chuck.
Yep.
This is what we were talking about. Davis with a full head of steam loses his dribble into Shadell Millinghouse's hands. And Shaw with a finger roll off the glass and in. 106-96 now. Millinghouse has the ball. Swings over to Shuck. Shuck back to Millinghouse, wide open, and that's some good ball movement. What a nice play drawn up. 108-106, Albany leads by 2. Nowhere to go for Millinghouse. Swings across court to Robertson. Robertson puts up a three. That is good, and a timely three by Robertson. 111-106, it's a 5-point game. Tries to slip the defender, kicks out to Shuck. Shuck wants a three of his own, and he gets a three of his own. 114-108. And there's that counter punch we were talking about, Chuck.
You gotta be shucking kidding me on that one.
Millinghouse almost trapped, gets it up to Shuck. Shuck swings it out in the corner to Lyle for three. That's no good. Rebound by Anthony Mo, goes right back up with it and puts it in. 116-109.
Heavyweight slug.
And Mo, with a mental error, loses the ball. Gets it back, puts it up off the glass. Just like he drew it up, right, Chuck? Shuck threw it away, but Millinghouse staved him. Millinghouse down to Robertson. Robertson up for the jam! And this place is on their feet.
Shadell, triple-double, first triple-double of the season. How's it feel?
It feels amazing. I'm just glad we pulled out the win for our home crowd today.
Now, at the end of the game there, it seemed like every time that Columbus had a punch, you guys had a counter punch. What was going through your mindset every time they kind of made a push and got within 6 points, got within 5 points?
Columbus is a great team. My old roommate from Southern Miss, Matt Begaya, is on that team. He played a hell of a game tonight. It's just a great group of guys they have over there.
Now, Bengaya had, 39 points off the bench. He usually scores 9.3 a game. Is this one of the better games you ever seen him play?
And that's Matt Big Guy right there. He's a scorer. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad he's doing good in the league. And that's just nothing. He's got more in him. You'll see more, most definitely.
Patroons stay undefeated. What's looking up next for the Patroons?
Just get back to the basics, correct a few things that's going on the court, and rest up and go back to the drawing board and try to focus on the next game.
All right, Shadell, thanks for joining us. I'll let you go sign some autographs. Appreciate it. Now, these Condors were the only team to knock Dallas off this season, and they tried coming in here and give you their best shot. You think you're going to see them in the postseason?
If we do, we do. I'm just here to play ball. So, I mean, I'm not sure who we're going to play or who's on the other teams. You know, I'm being new. I just go out and play ball.
Adam, you're getting acquainted with a new team. Now, you've been in the TBL last year. How does this kind of relate to your time in Owensboro?
Different world, man, different world, but it's still the same game, right? I feel comfortable here. I love what we're doing as a team, but it's night and day. There's so much history here, so many people care about this team, community members that are showing up as fans. It's really exciting as a coach to see that kind of a response from the fans, so I'm excited about all that. I'm happy to be here.
What were you saying to the team down the stretch to get them to lock in?
Well, I'll leave the expletives out. So what we said is guys, we work on stuff in practice that we need to work on, that we need in the game. And I think sometimes we get in practice and it's a little routine, and we forget that this is the stuff that's going to save our butts. And if we can get better at executing and making our team play together instead of trying to do too much as an individual, you'll see some different style of play start to emerge. Right now, we're so talented, we're getting by on pure talent, and I want to see our guys really utilize all their tools.
Now, we're talking about that during the game. You guys have a pretty deep bench. Now, are you and Derek just going to go with a different lineup every game and see what you got? Or what's your mindset there when putting together a starting lineup?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm the strategist, but Derek is the master of feeling the flow of the game and deciding what move to make next. I don't ever question him on that. He's really got a good feeling for how we should adapt, who we should make an adjustment with on and off the floor, and what we should be doing on our offense. And so I try to kick in a little help there, but we've got it figured out. It's just needing to be dialed in a little more.